Guides here, everybody, with a down and dirty overview of Payday 2. This game is all about heists, cash, and screaming at your friends when they get spotted. It's kind of like a mix between Call of Duty and Left 4 Dead 2, minus the zombies. The main gameplay is comprised of performing heists, ranging anywhere from 1 to multiple days for completion. There are some heists where you can go stealth, but most missions end up being gun battles between your group and police assault waves. The game features leveling, skill trees, and cash for currency. There are 4 major skill trees, and players can mix and match skills from any tree they like, using skill points and cash to purchase more of them. You can even respec individual skill trees, but note that you can only get a portion back of the cash that you spent. Likewise, you can spend cash on weapons and masks. Most gear gets unlocked as you level up, at which point you can spend cash to buy them, though there is some gear that you first need to spec up in the skill tree in order to buy. Attachments likewise can be purchased for your favorite weapon, but those too need to be unlocked as you play the game. Additional masks and accessories for them can be found and purchased, but I wouldn't recommend wasting your cash until you're happy with your skill trees and other inventory. They're just aesthetics anyways. Payday 2 runs with the typical default control setup most FPS games use with a keyboard and mouse. A slight difference is that while you're in casing mode, the only actions you can perform is walking around and putting on your mask, which you can do so by holding the G button. Once you're out of casing mode, WASD moves your character around, spacebar makes you jump, control makes you crouch, and shift makes you sprint for a period of time. E on your keyboard has you melee, F makes you interact with hostages and perform special actions, G makes you drop what you're carrying and place down special inventory items like mines and medic bags, and R reloads your gun. Lastly, you can switch between your primary and secondary weapons with the 1 and 2 number keys. For the mouse, left click is the standard click to shoot button, and right clicking results in going to iron sights for your weapon. Your health and armor is represented by the green and white bars. The better your armor, the more shots it takes for your armor to get depleted. Armor does in fact refill itself. Hide behind something, and after a few seconds your armor will refill. Once you're out of armor, your health gets taken away until you get downed. You can only refill your health if someone drops a medic bag or if you purchase one in the assets at the mission planning screen. Once you get downed, a team member has to pick you up, though there is a skill you can get that gives you a chance to get up on your own. That covers some of the basics for the game and main menu. So let's go over the heist basics. Heists are chosen by going over to CrimeNet or CrimeNet offline. The difference here is that in offline mode, you can only play solo and with or without the AI. To play with a real human, you have to use crime.net. The missions between the two modes are exactly the same. Each and every mission consists of an objective that can take 1 or multiple days to complete. A day in a heist is completed once you've beaten the objectives for that day and escaped successfully, though randomly on multi-day missions you may need to complete an escape day. These really suck because they add no EXP or cash when you finish them. The game largely emphasizes playing with real people. Most missions require you to drill safes, lug bags of loot around, and otherwise interact with things in the heist. The AI will only attack police and help you up if you get downed, so playing solo on most missions is a no-go unless you're a high level and have skills for things like C4. While not impossible to play solo, it's more entertaining to watch your friends get spotted and then scream at them for doing so. This game gets 3.5 derps for UI and stability, 4 derps for controls, 4.5 derps for graphics, 4 derps for sound and music, and 3.5 derps for gameplay and replayability. While the UI is simple and easy to navigate, the game did have a shaky launch with some bugs that still need to be worked out. The controls are decent, but the combination of F and G sometimes leads to confusion when you need to pick up and throw bags in a tight spot. The graphics in the game are top notch, but the maps are super tiny and give a constrained feeling. The sound and music almost made it to a perfect score, but most people tend to turn the music off entirely and the sound effects way down in order to hear their friends when using the in-game voice chat or even TeamSpeak. Lastly, while the gameplay is fun up front, it quickly becomes a farming fest of playing the same heists over and over. The game is in desperate need for more heists to play, and some missions need to be better balanced in regards to the difficulty and reward ratio. Overall, the game gets just under 4 out of 5 derps. If you're bored and need a new game to play, Payday 2 is a good game to pick up. But someone looking for replayability might want to wait until some DLC is released for the game or for the game to go on sale. Let me know what you guys think of this review and basic style video in the comments below. If you guys like the format, I'll continue doing them. Keep on derping, people.